Yo guys, Haku here today with a Walking Dead video for you, and this one's going to be on 5 characters that I personally want to survive Season 6. Now these might be characters that I think are safe, they might be characters that I think are going to die even, but they're characters that I want to survive. Characters I think that have a lot more story to be told and that I want to see more of. So first up is my only choice that's like really a personal one and doesn't have anything to do with what I think they could do in the future story, and that's Carol. I just think that Carol's been my favorite character for a long time in the TV show, and I'd be very upset to see her die. I think they could do more with her, but nothing really comes to mind. I just want her to be alive. So that's my only real personal choices. I just want Carol to carry on because she is a favorite of mine. And honestly, I think that Carol could likely die this season, but again, the whole point is I don't want her to, even though I think and acknowledge that she probably could. I'm not totally sure on how good it would be for her to die this season though. Like story-wise, there are other big characters that I think deserve a big death moment, and I think that maybe Carol dying would kind of, if 2 big characters die or 3, too many big characters die, it might sort of start to overshadow each other or something. So maybe having Carol die as well as some of the other big characters I think should die would not be good. So I want her to be alive just because I like her as a character, and also because I think that her dying might not make it as impactful if and when other big characters die. Next up is Tara. I think Tara's awesome personally, and I really think that she has a lot more to show us as a character. I like the new way they're going with her having a romance with Dr. Denise Cloyd, and I've always liked sort of her personality and her outlook, and I think it's a very fresh character for The Walking Dead. It really keeps things a bit diverse, not in the terms of just her being a lesbian or anything, but diverse in different personality types. She's a personality that I don't think any other characters really have, and I think without her there, the show would be missing that personality type. Getting into Tara's future story potential, I think that we all know by now that Heath's actor has gotten a job on another show, and that doesn't necessarily mean anything's happening to Heath on The Walking Dead, but if it did, and maybe even if it didn't, I would absolutely love to see Tara take on a sort of twist on Comic Heath's story. Next up is actually 2 characters, but I want them to survive together because one surviving without the other isn't as good a story for this season in my opinion, and that's going to be Sasha and Abraham. So I think that Sasha and Abraham should survive together at least into next season, and I'm not going to spoil anything for those of you that don't read the comics, so I'm just going to say that in the events of what's probably happening next season, I want to see Sasha and Abraham as part of that. I think it'd be a better story if they were part of that than if they weren't. Also, given their status in the show and their personalities, I think at this point they have unlimited show potential that is just waiting to be fleshed out. Fourth is Father Gabriel. Now, a lot of people can't stand Gabriel, but I like him in the way that I am a sucker for hated characters that get a big redemption, and I feel like that's his character. I feel like he's a character that was written to build up some hate, and that over time he's going to be doing good stuff that gets people to feel as though he's been redeemed, and I love characters like that. I think it's great writing. So I want Gabriel to stay alive because I think we have a lot of good things to see out of him. And I just think that killing off Father Gabriel would waste a lot of potential that his character has. So I honestly think more than any of the others that his death would be wasteful. It would just be a waste of a character if he died. Now, last up is my most polarizing choice, and I'm sure that a lot of people are going to completely hate me saying this, and a lot of people are going to be into it because of my explanation, and that's that I want Ron to survive this season. Don't get me wrong, I want Sam and Jesse to die completely. In fact, I'm probably going to be pretty butthurt if they don't die, because I think that they really need to die. I think for the story to be what it needs to be, I think Sam and Jesse really need to die, like soon, very soon. Maybe even episode 9. I think they need to be out of here. But Ron, I think surviving with both of those two dying really sets up his character to do great things. Now, what it could do for him is he could become sort of like similar to Carl's character, but like an evil Carl or an antagonistic Carl, or just an antagonist that Carl has to deal with on the side, just as a little subplot that Carl always has to deal with the sort of shadiness that Ron is throwing out. Ron could just have this sort of brooding, thinly veiled hatred for Rick and what Rick's doing with the community, and just wanting a little bit of unwarranted revenge toward Rick and his family, that I really think that Ron staying alive would make a great character, and especially so if he pulls some parts from Comic Carl and Comic Spencer's storyline. I think that Ron could be a very original and unique character and done very well as a bad character, like a bad guy character and a hated character. Like, people are going to hate him, but that would be what made him a good character. He would be a character that makes you feel something, and even though you're feeling hatred towards him, the fact that you felt meant that the writing did a good job of making him a really good antagonist. So I think that Ron has a lot of potential. That's probably my most edgy is edgy a good word there? My most edgy choice for who I think that I want to survive. So yeah, in the end, people I want to survive: Abraham and Sasha, Carol, Father Gabriel, Tara, and Ron. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my thoughts. Don't post spoilers down in the comments, because there are people browsing YouTube and none of them want to see that. People just want to have fun and make their predictions, and spoilers they take the fun out of things. So yeah, don't be a dick, be a good person. If you like spoilers, that's up to you, but I mean, just don't ruin the fun for other people. So I thank you guys for watching. Like if you liked it, comment down there who you want to survive this season, and subscribe if you want more Walking Dead. I'm going to be doing TV show and comic stuff. Subscribe also for more One Piece if you like that, or Tower of God, or anime, other things. Follow on Twitter if you want updates to what I'm doing here on the channel, and just random other stuff. My voice cracked a bit there. And thank you so very much. I will see you all next time.